More than 1 billion people depend on protected areas for their livelihood.
Protected areas in the world protect more than the third of critical endangered and endangered species worldwide.
Protected areas are also a major magnet for tourism. 1 billion people occupy themselves in touristic activities every year.
As part of the LifeWeb initiative, the Spain-UNEP Partnership for Protected Areas is working to conserve and safeguard the planet's resources for now and for future generations.
Our partnership is to enhance really the natural capital and the availability of ecosystem services, the protection of species, the incomes and livelihoods for people living in the vicinity of protected areas.
We fully agree with UNEP that to achieve maximum synergy, we must work towards biodiversity conservation and poverty reduction.
The objectives of the partnership are to improve the management of existing protected areas, but also to expand the network of protected areas.
In order to achieve these goals, an equitable financing mechanism is needed.
CBD LifeWeb is the overall mechanism. We have donors on one side, we have countries that need to expand their protected areas. And the LifeWeb initiative is in the middle, trying to match the needs of recipients and also availability of funds.
This year, the Spain-UNEP Partnership is launching 11 projects supporting over 15 protected areas worldwide, providing direct support to some of the marine and terrestrial hotspots that need help the most. An area which harbours some of the world's most important animal populations and is one of the last habitats for western lowland gorillas in Africa is the Nubali-Ndoki National Park in Congo. This project will help to build capacity through recruitment of local staff. It will also work towards conserving biodiversity and improving human and gorilla health through disease prevention.
The Nubali-Ndoki forest is probably one of the last areas on Earth that is completely intact, has never been logged, has the full complement of all the species that should be in those forests. The UNEP project is directly addressing maybe 2/3 of the world's population of gorillas. And it's a very, very special place. What local people do get from their conservation projects is they get employment. At least in the Nubali-Ndoki project, there have been local teachers and schools and health benefits funded directly by the project.
Spain believes in working together with local communities for two reasons. Firstly, because to do otherwise would not be effective and there wouldn't be a long-term vision. And also, if we didn't, it would not be fair.
Takamanda National Park in Cameroon is renowned for the biological diversity of its flora, fauna and wildlife. It now protects the world's rarest great ape, the cross-river gorilla. Habitat destruction and hunting are its biggest threats. This project will help to mitigate climate change, provide economic incentives to conserve the cross-river gorilla habitat, and provide alternative livelihoods for local populations.
The Spain-UNEP funding will help us reduce deforestation in the Takamanda landscape, protect biodiversity, and it will benefit local human populations by maintaining ecosystem health and services.
Many of the world's forests today are found within protected areas. In the times of climate change and global warming, having ecosystem resilience and therefore maintaining these forest ecosystems is central.
The marine protected areas in Guinea-Bissau have abundant natural resources and are rich in biodiversity, ensuring food security and livelihoods for the local population. Marine ecosystems perform an increasingly important role in maintaining global environmental health, although they make up less than 1% of protected areas. The Spain-UNEP projects will help to strengthen the management of marine protected areas, reduce harmful fishing practices, and enhance the protection of threatened species.
A big problem marine species are facing here in Guinea-Bissau is the incursion of poachers. They come with large ships to catch fishes illegally using inappropriate techniques and equipment, and they are contributing to the depletion of fishery resources and biodiversity. This project will improve this situation by providing training to staff so they can monitor the aquatic areas and build the capacity of local people to look after and control their resources.
viciar os seus recursos.
As we witness the collapse of many of the world's fisheries in the oceans, marine protected areas become ever more critical because they are the only place where fish stocks can recover and ultimately ensure that we do not lose our marine fisheries.
Since the Convention for Biological Diversity came into force in 1993, the world's protected areas have increased by nearly 60% in land terms. The Spain-UNEP Partnership for Protected Areas will be contributing to this expansion.
Projects like this benefit the international community as a whole, but above all, they benefit the people who live in those landscapes.
This has been kind of a lifesaver. I think the donation from UNEP Spain is absolutely vital.
The partnership is really a way of demonstrating that funds from the international community delivered at the place of need and management of some of the major ecological assets on our planet is money well invested.
Lo que España pretende es que esta iniciativa LifeWeb no sea una iniciativa.
Spain hopes this LifeWeb initiative is not just a Spain-UNEP partnership, but a scheme in which every country can take part to help support the protected areas.
A través del apoyo a la conservación de las áreas protegidas.